You know what gives life like so much meaning and so much purpose? Creativity. The fact that like we're all creators, and it's like you can be right brain or left brain, but you know, like even the left brain people are still creators. Like thinking about engineers and stuff like that, like they create, and it's like stuff with their hands. Or if you're into like computers and you can like break down a computer and stuff, like, and then the right brain people, they come more from like self-expression. And it's like whenever I feel stuck or stagnant or in a rut, it's really just my fear of creating. We were put on this earth to create. We weren't meant to consume as much as we do. Being on a screen and, you know, on social media. I mean, even reading. Reading is good. It makes you smarter. But we're, as long as you're like doing something with that knowledge, I don't know, but it's just like we're constantly consuming. And you're not creating, doing the little things that your soul gives you insight to do. You get stuck, you get stagnant, and quite frankly, you get depressed. That's what depression is. That's literally what depression is. Depression is you silencing your highest self so much, not doing what your soul wants you to do. And because you know you're not fulfilling your soul's desires, you get depressed. It's hard for me to talk about it because, you know, there was a time where I was so depressed. And, you know, people undermine mental health so much. It's so easy to talk shit about people. Like, oh, for one, I was the musty girl. Man, I was musty as shit. My clothes were dirty as fuck. I was depressed. I couldn't shower. I couldn't get up out the bed to save my life. My soul wanted me to do something, but it's like I was so paralyzed in numbness that it's like it went through one ear and out the other. I wouldn't even give it the time of day to even listen to it. And speaking about, thinking about the phase where I was like the musty girl, like the bummed out one, it hurt. Because people were so quick to judge me. They would tell my friends, oh, why do you hang around her? She makes you look bad. You know, probably making snide comments behind my back. Even some like to my face, but indirectly. And it's just like, okay, I already know I'm shit. I'm not shit. Keep telling me more. It's okay. I can take it. It's nothing that I don't tell myself on an everyday basis. That was the mindset that I was in. Thankfully, I've outgrown that. I found my worthiness again. I've realized that it's like those negative insights in my head, they don't matter. They never truly did. Anyway, I digress. But it's like, you know, as I was saying, yeah, I would go periods without taking a shower, but the moment that I would take a shower after the first time in a long time, it'll be like, wow. Like, I would feel so much better. And I would tell myself, like, hey, like, you should do this more often and stuff. So you can, like, feel good. Like, it feels good. It's not as scary as it seems. On the other side of us not doing our desires, like, we have a fear preventing us from doing it because we already feel safe in our trouble. We feel safe in our turmoil. We feel safe in our hurt. I used to literally say I need pain to function, because pain was all I knew. Pain was all I was used to. So it's like doing something good for myself, I didn't even feel worthy of it. That's why I couldn't bring it into my life. But it's like, even when I was telling myself, hey, you should do this more often, you should do this more often, I lacked discipline. And discipline simply comes from the lack of self love. Well, actually, ignore that, scratch that. I feel like by me wanting to be better, I already love myself. I love me, I just didn't know how to love me. I had to grow in my self love to even get to this point. So, for me to grow in my self love, I had to trust myself. And by trusting yourself and having confidence in yourself, you have to follow through on the promises that you make to yourself. So it's like now I'm way more disciplined. You know, I could still be better. I still procrastinate on a lot of things, but now I shower every day. Shout out to me. Like, and I brush my teeth. Y'all, I can't lie. I would be so late in high school that it's like, for one, I would hear the alarm go off, but I'll be so paralyzed. I'll be so paralyzed in bed and that I just could not get up. I would just keep pressing snooze, pressing snooze, pressing snooze. And I'm like, do I think I can make a record time today? Get ready in 5 to 10 minutes? No, never worked out like that. But shit, I made it happen. But with me not having enough time to get ready, I would literally squeeze toothpaste in my mouth and then like spit it out when I got to the bus stop. Like I was like just that running late. Like I was just that late. Like I would have it in my mouth, be in a car when I get to the bus stop, spit out. Sometimes I could not spit out at the bus stop, so I would have a bottle. Damn, low key, this is trifling. Don't judge me, cause I'm not judging you. I'm just showing you like the amount of growth that I had. And now, like I kid you not, everybody who know me now, I'm not saying nobody from high school because that's different, but like people that know me from college, best smelling hands down. Like I take so much pride in like my self-care, and it's like one thing that really sucks is that people see me for the woman who I've like created myself to be. Like when I was in school, hair done, lashes done, best smelling, best fits, whatever, like just that it girl. But nobody really cared enough to know her story. I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of people. But I can't ever say that I truly felt seen. I never had somebody sit down with me and take the time to get to know me, the ins and out of me, as much as I try to do with them. I'm not blaming them. It's not their obligation to. They quite frankly don't have to, but I think a lot of us feel that way. Feeling so unseen. Like we crave connection, like we crave closeness, but how often do we find like somebody that's actually like willing enough to take the time to sit down and be like, you know what, I want to get to know you, not just based off of your attraction and not based off of like what you can provide for me. I actually want to get to know you. So it's like, I'm happier than ever. I actually did beat my depression, thank God. Thank all praise to God. He's the one that like literally, he's the one that saved me. He's the one that saved me. But yeah. So it's just like reflecting on my past depression and stuff, and realizing like, we're all creators. We're meant to be creating. Whether it's me singing, whether it's me stimming, whether it's me dancing, whether it's me beatboxing, it could be things as small as that. Doing my hair, trying out a new hairstyle, doing, doing and being. And when I find myself in these moments of like stagnation and I just feel so like overwhelmed within my spirit, because it's like, dang, I feel like I'm wasting my potential. I feel like I should be doing more. I think back on that time of that person of who I was, and I look at me now, and it's like, damn, girl, you gotta slow down and give yourself grace. Because you've been doing amazing. I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. I damn sure don't. But we need a little bit more love in our life. I don't know if any of y'all are like me, but I can be so quick to give love to other people, but when it comes to myself, I give myself a fraction of that love. I can't say that. Maybe I'm dragging it. Maybe I used to, but it's so easy for me to like love other people unconditionally, but when it comes to myself, I'm my biggest critic. I don't deserve that. And if you can like relate or resonate to anything that I'm saying, you don't deserve that either. You don't have to be perfect all the time. You're not a robot. I'm not a robot. We weren't made to constantly be functioning and just being perfect. That would just take away from the human experience, am I right? So on the days that you feel stuck and stagnant, please know that it's gonna be okay. The fact that you even care enough shows me that you're not gonna be there forever, so you can just relax. Because I feel like the moment you relax, you're gonna be closer to getting what you actually want to do done instead of worrying. But don't relax and avoid. Sit with it. If it's a assignment, feel the uncomfort. But while you feel it, relax within it. You are safe and you are okay. I love you. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. Create. Let's paint the world again.